We continue the Shiurim in the Garden of Emunah. We're on page 83. Don't let me fall into human hands. The rabbi discusses a very crucial point in the Emunah, in where many people fall versus where more people are already, Baruch Hashem, we understand where we could rely on Hashem only in certain situations because there's no one else to. And we'll soon see. So he gives an example of where a person is running away from a murderer and he gets to a cliff. And if he doesn't, there's nowhere for him to go. So what should he do? Should he jump off the cliff and maybe die that way? Or should he try to see what he could do with the murderer? Maybe he'll let him go. Maybe he can convince him. So the rabbi says is that it's better to jump off the cliff. Why? Because David HaMelech says that in Shmuel Hanavi, in the second part, Shmuel Beis, he says over there that whenever he was in a point where he had nowhere to turn, and he said it's better that we fall into the hands of Hashem than to fall into human beings. And we see proof for this in the story with Reuven and Yosef and the brothers, where Reuven saved his brother, the Torah says. How did he save his brother? He said, instead of, don't kill him, boys, let's throw him in the pit with the snakes and scorpions. So, you can look at this story and you say, 1 second. I'm going to put him in a pit with now all kinds of poisonous snakes and scorpions. What do you mean? Of course he can't survive that. It's not possible to survive such a thing. Or maybe I can try to convince his brothers, and maybe Yosef could try to would be in the hands of his brothers. And what's going to happen? The person's going to fall. And he's going to realize he's not going to be thinking about Hashem. He's going to be thinking that, wait, I'll ask my brother because he's going to have mercy on me, and maybe I can convince him. And that's a pagam in emunah. And that's why Reuven knew that would be better to put him in a pit than to rely on the fact that his brothers were maybe going to have rahmanut on him. Because we have to understand that when we're going in that pit, when Yosef would go into that pit, he would start praying immediately, and Hashem saved him, which is what happened. And we find later on that when Yehuda came and was speaking to Yosef, and he admitted that Yosef also asked them for oh, please don't do this to me. So we see people fall, even tzaddikim. People fall when they're dealing with other people. And it's a very, very important rule here that we have to learn to not blame other people, to not get involved with other people. And any time that we can choose a situation where we're choosing it, where we would be all of our energy directed only to Hashem. Why? Because you know that He's the only one that could save you from snakes and scorpions, and He's the only one that could save you from corona, and He's the only one that can do anything. But when it's things that are natural calamities or whatever, stuff like that, that's when we are more, everybody relies on God. But when we're dealing with people, it's such a catch-22, because you always say, yeah, but that guy, but they're my brothers. I should be able to do something here, or this guy could do something for me, or no, nobody. There's no people or snakes. Snakes. It's because we're so prone to this, but we have to remember that in emunah, we have to strengthen our emunah. In our emunah, in it's all Hashem. And very, very often we fall into people and we think that it's them. And everything is Hashem. Everything is Hashem. Nothing that's happening to us, nothing in the world, nothing that anybody did to you is them. It's Hashem. It's orchestrated for us. Everything that we need, everything. It's all orchestrated for you, each person individually. That's the hashgacha pratit. That's coming back to the beginning of the divine providence, that everything is set up for you. Everything that's going on in your life, every difficulty, everything that bothers you, everything that excites you, and everything that is going well, and everything that's going wrong is all exactly what we need. And there's nobody else involved here. There's nobody else involved. Even tzaddikim are at risk of falling when we're dealing with people. And we have to remember that, and we have to try to strengthen ourselves in understanding that it's all Him. Because once you start not thinking about Emunah, and once you start having your own thoughts and your own brain, and therefore we have to be quiet. We have to be quiet, and not when something's happening, just be quiet. We need to be quiet. I need to learn this message. We're not preaching, but it's a very, very important message that we need to be quiet, because we cause our own suffering with the thoughts and it's like this and it's like that. No, it's Hashem. It's Hashem. No one's doing anything to you except Hashem. And when it's Hashem, we're going to get to the next beauty, that Hakol Tova. Hakol Tova. And we're going to learn that. We're going to see. We're going to see the emet, that Hakol Tova, and that He's ach v'rak good all the time. And that's the nekuda. We cannot let our logic get involved, and we have to be quiet, and we have to wait, because we have to let our mind finish its process, but don't say anything, because we don't know what that is. We need to wait and see how Hashem wants it to be. And we have to enjoy it. Just a smile comes to you. Okay, Hashem, I'm watching your film here. Wait, what's your next exciting thing going to be? And this is how we have to live. And we have to live that we're watching, okay, Hashem, this is you, and this is you, and this is you. What are you telling me now? And it's a level, but it's going to be great. And we're going to be able to have the understanding of what's going to be when Mashiach is here. We're going to have that. Pashut. And this is Gan Eden. That's Gan Eden. When you know the da'at, that it's all Hashem, that's the Gan Eden that we're trying to get to. We should be zocheh to get to this Gan Eden in this world. We don't have to live in Gehenna. We cause our own Gehenna. The Mashiach is recognizing that it's Hashem, and it's Hashem, and it's Hashem. Thank you.